And Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Mahavagya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi. And Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, and welcome to each and every single one of you, all the viewers, on this supremely auspicious occasion of Varalakshmi Vratham. Today is a very, very auspicious day, a day where Devi Mahalakshmi, Varalakshmi herself, Devi Lakshmi, she is abundance of life itself. She and showers us, graces all of us on this very auspicious day.
Today, for every viewer that are joining us on YouTube, Facebook, on various different social media platforms from world over, just very, very shortly, on this auspicious day of Varalakshmi Vratham, we are all going to be receiving the darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. So get ready. It's going to be a spiritual feast today because anything you want in life, your health, your wealth, your relationships, any dimension in your life, even enlightenment itself will abundantly be showered upon you by Lakshmi, who is the embodiment of ultimate auspiciousness and abundance. And we're going to, on this day of Varalakshmi Vrata, we are going to be connecting to Srinivasa, the very abode of Mahalakshmi, the very place where Mahalakshmi resides, is Parandhama, the ultimate Srinivasa Venkateshwara. So on this auspicious day of Varalakshmi Vratam, we are going to be connecting to the abundance and source of the abundance both. We are going to be connecting to Devi Mahalakshmi, Shri, and Srinivasa, the very place, the very source of Mahalakshmi.
And so today we'll be having the Bhavasamadhi darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara and the very Lord of Mahalakshmi, the inexhaustible wealth, compassion, and cosmic responsibility. This is not just going to be, today's day is not just going to be a ritualistic observance. No, it is a divine doorway, a sacred possibility where you're going to be showered with abundance, auspiciousness, and prosperity in your life. Varalakshmi is the one who grants boons without any limitations. And Bhagavan Venkateshwara, the one who upholds and fulfills all the boons. So this is not a coincidence. This is a cosmic synchronization that's going to be witnessed by all of us. Today, on this auspicious occasion, we are all going to be blessed, showered with how to become a wealth magnet, literally manifest abundance, auspiciousness in your life. So, we are going to be learning about that. But before you learn about it, you need to understand what is the importance of learning the Hindu way of earning.
See, when what you're learning, whom you're learning from really matters. The Sanatana Hindu Dharma is a civilization that has stood the test of time to establish, to showcase the world, to demonstrate to the world about not just having wealth, but being able to stably maintain wealth and expand it in a time where we are having economic meltdowns, we are having wealth is depleting in countries, we are having tariff wars. In this type of a time, there is one civilization that can show you that exemplifies the principle of abundance. And that civilization is Sanatana Hindu Dharma. We have stood the test of time and we have the most authentic science where poverty is not celebrated. Abundance is a science which is everybody's right. That is Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So now, before we understand more about wealth itself, let us understand the history of the glory of Sanatana Hindu Dharma and wealth.
Why should you learn about wealth from Hindus? Why? What is the importance of it? What is the significance of it? And how can it benefit you? Now, joining with us, we have Nandini, who's going to be taking us through the history, how we were, what was the glorious past that we as Hindus had.
Yes. The Hindu civilization, actually, our Hindu history is very, very vast and is known to be we have such rich culture, rich traditions, and our Hindu history, this Hindu civilization itself. Let's now go through a detailed explanation of our wealth.
Nithyananda.
Yes. So let us now understand. See, the Hindu civilization, our Hindu civilization, possessed immense wealth and a highly developed economy for millennia prior to and even during the early periods of foreign invasions. It was a global economic powerhouse, renowned for its prosperity and sophisticated industries. Now let's just enter into a detailed explanation of our wealth. Global economic dominance. Before colonization, the Hindu nations, Akhanda Bharat, collectively accounted for a whopping 40% of the world's GDP, making us the superpower of the known human civilization. Akhanda Bharat was a manufacturing juggernaut and a thriving exporter of high quality goods to markets worldwide. And this figure was 27% in the year 1700 CE, surpassing all of Europe combined. The world recognized Hindus as as highly civilized people who produce exotic goods previously unseen globally, and we were exceptionally hospitable to foreign visitors. Another one of the main things which Akhanda Bharat was known for. Akhanda Bharat was a far greater industrial and manufacturing nation than any nation in Europe or Asia, as noted by the American J.T. Sunderland in the 19th century. Akhanda Bharat was a textile superpower for most of its history, with famous textile goods and a mind blowing 25% share of the global textile trade by the mid 18th century. Coastal Andhra was also a block printing hub, while Gujarat and Bengal were known for its high end woven products. The whole country was known for its exquisite jewelry and precious stones. And also, pottery, ceramics, and porcelains were also highly regarded. Hindus were the pioneers in steel and had acquired global recognition with fine works in metal, including iron, steel, silver, and gold. Hindu metallurgy was considered the finest in the world. In ancient India, the Akhanda Bharat was a great shipbuilding nation with extensive commerce and trade extending to all civilized countries. And ancient civilizations, ancient ecosystems like the Mohenjo-daro in the Indus Valley under the Sauvira dynasty demonstrated refined city planning, advanced plumbing, and sophisticated sacred arts. Their sanitation and water management systems were so advanced that modern municipal corporations could learn from them. And there are so many aspects. If you just look at Akhanda Bharat, there were so many aspects. If we see how civilized, how sophisticated we were, all in those back in the day itself, what we would call as the ancient times, where many people feel that we were not developed enough. You should all know that our Hindu civilizations were the most sophisticated civilizations. We had most advanced architectural structures. We had the most advanced sciences, and we were always and our Hindu ancestors were skilled in every aspect. Agriculture. Akhanda Bharat had a very good system of agriculture and, of course, our intellectual contributions. Hindu texts are identified as the source of calculus and physics, predating Western fields by thousands of years. The civilization was capable of creating sublime, powerful, and extremely life positive political and administrative structures. Foreign visitors. See, our Akhanda Bharat's great traditions and immense wealth and knowledge, and how the great sciences we had attracted a lot of foreign visitors. So, foreign visitors for over 2,300 years including the Cretaceous, Megasthenes, and so many other which you can see here, have consistently documented the Hindu society's honesty, truthfulness, justice, integrity, peacefulness, and prosperity. The society was described as very prosperous, and the people were very happy. The very concept of wealth, all of you should understand, in Hinduism, the very concept of wealth, artha, allowed individuals to work and become rich with the ability to decide their desired level of wealth and work as their own boss, contrasting with systems where individual work for others' enrichment. Now let's look at a quick timeline to understand the resilience and the decline of Akhanda Bharat under the foreign rule. The pre-invasion area. When the onslaught and enslavement began, Akhanda Bharat was the richest country in the world, completely 100% Hindu. Then, after 1,000 years of foreign rule, this is a very important point, despite being looted, pirated, ravaged, ruled, and raped for thousands of years. Akhanda Bharat in 1947 was still 75% Hindu and undivided Hindustan. Akhanda Bharat. 83% in truncated India and remained a continuing Hindu civilization. Then the British occupation, the British invasion was particularly destructive, shifting Bharat's GDP from 23% of the world's before their rule to a dismal 3% by their departure in 1947. Before the British invaded India, and before the British and all of the foreign invaders invaded and looted Bharat, we were we Hindus were contributing almost to 40% of the world's GDP. But particularly because of the British invasion, Bharat's GDP has become a dismal 3% by their departure in 1947. This was achieved through economic and psychological warfare, including artificial famines, like, for example, the Bengal famine, killing over 30 to 35 million Hindus, heavy taxation, and making Hindu practices illegal. An estimated $45 trillion was looted from Bharat during 247 years of the British rule through taxation, plunder of resources, and destruction of local industries. The British systematically dismantled native industries such as metallurgy, textiles, and shipbuilding to make Bharat an exporter of raw materials and a market for British finished goods, leading to the deindustrialization of Bharat in just a century. Let's understand this point a little more. See, in Bharat, Akhanda Bharat, we were so rich in all different aspects, whether it was textiles, whether it was metals, whether in all different aspects, we were so rich. And India and Bharat used to Bharat used to have a lot of income just through this whole business, and all through the textile business, shipbuilding, metallurgy. Through all of this, Bharat had a lot of business which was going on and a lot of income which contributed to much of the wealth which was generated in Bharat. So what did the British do? They systematically dismantled all of these industries. They systematically didn't allow, actually, for many of our Hindu ancestors, they didn't allow our ancestors to continue their businesses, especially, like, even many of you might have heard of how the textile industry and all of these were systematically just dismantled and broken down. what they did instead was, because Bharat produced so many of the raw materials, whether it was cotton, whether it was because of the fertile grounds, because of the whole because of Bharat itself, the amount of raw goods which was being produced by Bharat was very rich and high in quality. So what the British did was they would export all of these raw materials back to their country, and they would make the finished goods, and they would sell the finished goods back to India, back to Bharat. This looted like this, they were able to loot so many of our natural resources and so much of Bharat's wealth by taking our raw materials, exporting it all the way to their country, making the finished goods and selling it back to Bharat. This led to the deindustrialization of Bharat in just a century. But despite historical persecutions, Hindus today, see, despite all of these attacks, despite being looted and plundered, Hindus today are still identified as the richest ethnic minority in over 112 countries, including the United States and Canada, and many other countries. In the US alone, 80% of Hindus hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and have a 48%, and Hindus have 48% income. 48% of Hindus have an income of $100,000 or more. Hindu settlements are noted for being crime free zones with the lowest divorce rates and the highest education levels. Actually, this is very true. If any of you can just go and just do a study, a statistics study, this is based on statistics. If you study, you will see how Hindus are the richest ethnic minority, not just the richest, but are flourishing in all aspects, whether it is business, whether it is education, or having the lowest crime rates, lowest divorce rates. Hindus are the best in everything. Wherever Hindus are there, you will see how those communities, those Hindu communities are excelling in everything. In essence, the Hindu civilization was globally leading, wealthy, and advanced society with significant contributions in various fields before it experienced a drastic deadline due to centuries of foreign exploitation and invasions. Here you can see our ancient Hindu prosperity. Actually, just to tell a few facts, all of you should know that in Akhanda Bharat, our ancient kingdoms alone, just the ancient kingdoms and the temples which we had so much of wealth. The Shyamala Pita Sarvagnya Pitams, the Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple, the kingdom of Shyamala Pitam from ancient Bharat, the valuation for this kingdom of the Shyamala Pita Sarvagnya Pitham is a whopping 595 trillion USD. Let me repeat that. The valuation of the Kailasonatha Shyamala Pita Sarvagnya Pitham of this kingdom alone is a whopping 595 trillion USD. This is just one of the kingdoms from ancient Bharat. So just imagine the amount of wealth, how rich we were before before all of this wealth was plundered, looted, and just stolen by the foreign invaders. Actually, one of the facts is that an estimated 233 billion USD worth of gold has been looted by the Mughal invaders, and 2 billion USD worth of gold offerings has been stolen or melted from Hindu temples. See, in our ancient Bharat, Akhanda Bharat, was so rich in in various different levels. And all of that, the whole wealth, everything was mostly because of the whole temple ecosystem. All of these different temples and kingdoms generated so much of the wealth. And the whole ecosystem itself. See, in Hinduism, if you see the fundamental understanding, poverty was never celebrated. Poverty was never celebrated. Actually, Swamiji so beautifully says that poverty right now, whether it is Bharat or any country, poverty is not because we followed the Vedic civilization but it is because the Vedic civilization was destroyed. Because of this destruction of the Vedic civilization and the Vedic lifestyle only, poverty has even come into play. Otherwise, in Hinduism itself, there is no such word as poverty. If you see even in our ancient history, rishis were never poor. Rishis, our sadhus, even all, when you say they renounced all of the sannyasis, the rishis, the sadhus, all of them were never poor. In fact, the kings, all of the great kings and everyone from the kingdom would come to them and ask and receive the knowledge from them, whether it was for Shastras or the Shastras, they would come and receive the knowledge from them. Now, see, why we should understand this whole civilization is rich, not just because of the success of the people alone, but because of the core principles, because of Hinduism's core principles. It was the economic principles of Hinduism that made Hindus rich and that still keeps the Hindus rich wherever we go, despite centuries of persecution. Yes. So now we have seen the glory of our Hindu civilizations and how we were so rich. And understand this whole wealth, all of the wealth which Hindus had was because of the economic principles of Hinduism. Now, what is that? So, what exactly is wealth? What exactly is what is real wealth? And what does it mean to manifest wealth? How many of you, all of you will be wondering how you can attract wealth, how you can just manifest wealth. Well, if you learn the secrets behind how Hindus manifest wealth, what are the Hindu principles of wealth, then you'll see how you'll just become a wealth magnet. You don't need to chase wealth. Wealth will simply flow and come to you. So now let us learn about the meaning of wealth. What is wealth? Directly from Swamiji himself, directly from the revelations of Swamiji.
I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your listening. I'll give you the last word on abundance. Please understand. Wealth, money, abundance, even though all these words look like they are same or synonymous, it is not. Please understand, money is directly controlled, manipulated by few people who keep that concept alive. When brilliantly, intelligently, few people play with your greed and sell you some concepts and make you work for those ideas, that is money. Money is not abundance. I am not saying for abundance money is not required, but I am saying money itself is not abundance. Please understand. Abundance is overflowing ecstasy, confidence in you that you can exist, your existence is joyful, blissful for you and the people around you. Please understand. It may be looking very mystical. I'll explain step by step. But today I wanted to give you the last word on abundance. No beating around the bush. Last word on abundance. Listen. Even that word has nice meaning. Abundance. Bund means bank. Abund means without bank. Dance. Jumping without a bank. Jumping without a bund. Abundance. See, a overflowing excitement, intensity about your existence is wealth. Understand? Overflowing abundance about your existence, which expresses as your health, as the confidence to make whatever you want, as a strength to manifest everything you need and not attacked, disturbed, destroyed by the so-called social impossibilities put on you. Please listen. Society puts impossibilities on your head so that you can lose the idea, you can lose the purpose, you can lose the goal of your existence. Please understand. Man who remembers his purpose and goal can never be manipulated or controlled. He will always be living in abundance. If you want to enslave somebody, first thing you have to make him forget his goal. Yesterday we were having Ashramite's meeting. I was telling, the man who remembers his goal is the wealthiest man in the world. He is the most wealthiest man because continuous remembrance will create an ability to manifest. Some of the basic truths about abundance need to be internalized. Please understand. The real abundance is awakened feeling. That's the essence. Experiencing an awakened feeling physically, mentally, in the muscle memory level, biomemory level, and bioenergy level. Experiencing awakening is abundance.
Yes. Here we so beautifully heard from Swamiji himself how a man who can never get diverted from his goals. See, abundance is not about it's not about the number of zeros in your bank balance. It is being able to jump and dance without a bank. Swamiji so beautifully explains that. See, the very concept of wealth in Hinduism, if you see, it's not just about money. There are so many different aspects to wealth, and in Hinduism, we were rich in all of these aspects. And that is why you see externally the amount of wealth they had. First of all, it never made, it is not that they didn't have wealth or anything. Our Hindu ancestors, we just saw about how rich our civilizations were, how rich our ancestors were. But along with that, it's not, they never were bound to that concept of wealth or did not get affected by that thought of poverty itself was not there. Right now, currently, so many of us have so much of insecurity surrounding wealth. Even if you manifest, let's say, for example, you manifest a certain amount of money, the first thing is that immediate insecurity whether you will be able to retain that wealth or not. Right now, if I just come up to any one of you and I ask you and I tell you that hey, you're going to manifest $1 million in by tomorrow, you'll just laugh at me. Because the very idea, the very concept that wealth is a possibility to you itself is an impossibility now. We have become so insecure about wealth. We have become so, there's so many, there's uh, so much of insecurity surrounding wealth, the fear, like impossibility. Either you feel like you will never be able to manifest wealth, Or you feel like even if I manifest wealth, I'll not be able to retain that wealth. Immediately that insecurity comes up. Is it not? In Hinduism, actually, Swamiji so beautifully reveals the secrets behind being able to manifest wealth. See, right now, there are so many stereotypes around wealth. Actually, for example, the moment you think about wealthy people or rich people, many people will think that, oh, wealthy people are very arrogant. Wealthy people are have too much of pride and very egoistic. Why? It would have been because of some cognition, especially in movies. If we have any of the viewers, especially in Indian movies, I think many of you will be able to relate. If you see these typical Indian or South Indian movies, the the hero will be some poor guy, completely broke, no wealth at all, no money at all. He it's like a typical rags to riches story. He has to fight his way up. He has to struggle and manifest wealth. And the villain will always be the very, very rich person. You see, they'll have all the colorful rings on their hands, all of the jewelry they'll be wearing, and they're totally, completely wealthy person, huge mansion. That will be the villain of the story. And this hero, he'll have to go and fight that villain, and has to fight his way and manifest the wealth. This is how they typically portray in movies, rags to riches story. Or this is one of the cognitions where you would have built it up from. Or we also have, like, in your childhood you would have seen somebody who had a lot of wealth. Maybe at that time they would have been very proud about it. Very different. All of these myths are surrounding wealth. People feel like, oh, only if you are poor you are humble. Poor people are very humble. No, actually, let me tell you all something. All these various different myths that we have, right? No, poor people are very humble people. They because they have struggled, they're very humble, and rich people are very arrogant and very egoistic. That's not true. Because Swamiji says an egoistic person will be an egoistic person, whether they have wealth or whether they're rich or they're poor, whether they have wealth or whether they don't have wealth. An egoistic person will be egoistic. An arrogant person will be arrogant. And same way, a person a person, whether they are poor or not, if they are humble, they will have that same humble quality, whether they are rich or whether they are poor. It is not about the wealth, it is about the person. So, but because of these kind of various different things or various different myths surrounding wealth, we all build up so many ideas and cognitions about wealth from the time you're small. Or it can even be different situations. As a child, you might have seen your parents, or you might have seen some relatives or somebody fighting about money. That time you would have felt that it is impossible. You would have felt that, okay, wealth is something we have to struggle for. Wealth is something that we have to fight for. It is a lot of struggle. You can't manifest it easily. I think many of you will be able to relate to these different cognitions. See, Swamiji says something very beautifully here. It is not about, see, many of us right now, all of you, in life itself, everyone desires to manifest something. It can be health, wealth, relationships, in different aspects. Everyone desires to manifest something. Swamiji says, it is not about what you desire. You don't manifest what you desire. Rather, you manifest what you believe. If you believe that, see, you want to manifest wealth, you really want to be wealthy, you really want to be rich, you want to manifest wealth, but at the same time, your own contradicting thought, you think that wealthy people are arrogant, you think that wealthy people are egoistic. Is it not? Isn't it contradicting? So then how will you manifest wealth? So you really want to manifest wealth, but as long as you think that an arrogant person, an egoistic person a wealthy person is arrogant, a wealthy person is egoistic, you will not manifest wealth. The reason behind this is you don't manifest what you desire, you manifest what you believe. And the gap between what you desire and the gap between what you perceive or what you believe is called a mental pattern. That is what Swamiji explains. These mental patterns are all of these various different myths, these various different cognitions that we build, like wealth is hard to manifest. I cannot manifest wealth. I will not be able to manifest wealth. Or I have to struggle to manifest wealth. All of these different cognitions are mental patterns, which is the gap between what you desire and the gap between what you actually believe or perceive of life. Actually, before I move on, I'd like to take a moment to ask all of our viewers, how many of you are really relating with this and understanding with this? Because when you see it from this angle, it opens up so many, a whole new perspective of the way you see wealth, right? All of you can also take a moment to post in the comment section. See, now, the way all of these mental patterns which we carry, all of these different cognitions, these different strong beliefs you have about wealth, only when you complete with these strong beliefs, only when you really drop these strong beliefs and understand the science behind really manifesting the wealth. See, if you have these cognitions, you can strive to manifest wealth, you can strive for it for years and years together. Even if you manifest wealth, you will not be able to retain it. See, actually, if you see in our Hindu history also, our ancient Hindu civilizations, they had the science, they had the secrets of not only manifesting the wealth, but for also retaining that wealth, for also being able to hold that wealth, retain that wealth. Now, for each and every one of you watching, if you want to know how to manifest wealth, you need to understand how you can complete with it, how you can drop all of these myths or these cognitions that you have about wealth to start manifesting the real wealth in your life. Now to understand that, let's listen to it directly from Swamiji about the completion with the wealth. We'll understand so many more truths which Swamiji reveals here.
I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all of you for the second day sessions. First, I wanted to answer your questions. Listen, I'll give priority to all the questions related to the sacred truths, sacred secrets I was explaining yesterday. I'll give you the gist again in few minutes. First thing, you do not manifest what you desire, but you manifest what you believe. You manifest what you perceive. You manifest what you cognize. If you cognize struggle as you, if you believe you as a struggle, you will manifest only that. If you believe, if you cognize, if you perceive you as the ups and downs, you will manifest only that in your life. So the first basic truth. So if you perceive yourself as a struggle, you will manifest only that. And you desire health, wealth, joy, completion, enlightenment, stress-free, beautiful, blissful, content life. But you perceive you are not qualified for that, or that is not going to happen for you. You are not capable of taking responsibility for that. Unfortunately, you manifest what you perceive, not what you desire. Unfortunately, you manifest what you believe, not what you desire. Now, this gap, struggle, is what I call incompletions, mental patterns. When the completion starts happening, your perception, your beliefs become your desires. Your desire and your beliefs becoming one is what I call completion. Then simply you start manifesting. What do you want to manifest? Listen. I am revealing one of the important sacred, secret, cosmic truth. Upanishad says, if you reveal the divine secrets to unqualified people, your head will burst. First, when I read that, I thought, oh, this is just to frighten us. Actual problem in your life towards enlightenment, higher consciousness, or to achieve anything you want to achieve, to realize your intention to be. If you have missed today morning LSP, I recommend and request all of you to see today morning the Living Shuddhadvaita process. It's freely available. Please watch. Listen, that will really help you. That's like a complimentary session to this whole Secrets of Attracting Wealth program. I'll give you the essence. Listen carefully. Whatever you want to be, enlightened, healthy, wealthy, whatever, the actual work you need to do is on your fears. Actual work you need to do is on your fears. You are working on many wrong things. You think you need to work on your desires. You think you need to work on your energy. You think you need to work on your activism. You need to work on your intelligence. No, I'm telling you, intelligence is not information. It is ability to handle information. That comes only when you crack down your fears. In the path of enlightenment, if fear is a wall, desire is just a small rope hanging between two poles. Guilt may be a small one thani bush in one corner, which you may not even need to attend. Many things which you may not even need to face, you go on wasting your time on it, working on it. Actually, what you need to face, you need to crack down on your fear. That is the most important wall you need to break. Even here, the secrets of attracting wealth, the most important thing you need to break is your fear. You need to crack is your fear. It's for the courageous. Actually, I see from my own experience, I tell you, wealth worships the feet of courageous people. End of the whole secret. You may think, looks too plain, too bland. Internalize your inner space. Internalize this truth. Use this truth as a weapon to beat yourself down. Understand? If you beat yourself with the truth, you will never collapse. You will raise up. Wrong part of you will be broken, destroyed. Not the right part. If you beat yourself with lies and luxuries, you will unnecessarily not only create powerlessness, you will be growing in wrong direction. Drill yourself with this one truth. Actually, you need to work on fear. Listen. Please come to the space of listening. Listen. I told you the purpose of this program is two things. One, to clean up the incompletions, patterns you carry about wealth, and create a right space, a powerful magnetic energy center in you to attract wealth, situations supporting you to create wealth, people supporting you to create wealth, making you like a magnetic energy center for manifesting the wealth the way you want. Listen. I have done only first step yesterday. Today I will do the second step now. It's not magic, some mantra, some jatu. No. It's a clear science. Anything you decide as your perception, belief, cognition, intention, life, you become magnetic energy center for that. That is why the psychiatrists are the most, that is the profession where more number of people become mad. No, really. Psychiatrists are the profession where the maximum number of people become mad. You don't know. It's a statistics actually. They need this punishment because these fellows make everyone believe they are mad. No, recently the stupid fellows, this whole psychiatry association has gone crazy. They declare every human emotion as a disorder. Now, just to bring whole world under their umbrella as their passions, they make everyone believe their passions. And finally they become sick, mad. Really. Listen. Because anything you intend, you become energy center for it. You become magnetic energy center for it. Now, consciously decide what do you want to manifest in next 3 months in your wealth field. Please understand. Now I am going to awaken your Kundalini Shakti and concentratedly make it flow in the direction of your wealth. I'll make your intention now as an energy field for you. Next 3 months, don't even plan for some 30 years, no. Next 3 months, what do you want to do? Don't even plan with your abilities. Here, just your abilities are not going to be working. My abilities are also going to support you. So don't have the restriction based on your ability. You write clearly what is your intention, what is it you want to manifest in next 3 months in the field of wealth. Whatever you think as wealth, sometime you may think more than money, currency, some person as a wealth for your life, or some situation as wealth for your life, or some being active, or whatever you consider as your wealth. Sometimes people feel even extraordinary powers as your wealth. Whatever you consider as your wealth, you want to manifest, attract in the next 3 months, please spend down. Decide very consciously, because I am going to stream your Kundalini energy into this thought current, into your intention. So it will become reality. Please do not take it light. I bless you all. Let your desire become intention and reality. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nithyanandam. So far, all of us here have learnt about completion with wealth, and all the Paramashiva Sena participants that are here with us also. For all those that are joining us live on YouTube, Facebook, and various different social media platforms, just as we are all preparing ourselves for the darshan, and to all the Paramashiva Sena participants, everyone that are here today on this auspicious day of the Varalakshmi Vrata. Actually, Lakshmi, as we all learned today, Lakshmi is the intensity towards the goal. Lakshya is goal. Lakshmi is intensity towards the goal. And today is the day we celebrate Varalakshmi. And Varalakshmi, Shri. The source of Shri is Srinivasa, from whom she arises, from whom all of us receive. And we're all going to be receiving the darshan of Srinivasa himself. So beautifully, his form is described as Mahavishnu, as Parandhama. How Lakshmi is seated with Parandhama. It's the Dhyana shloka very beautifully goes as Shantakaram Bhujanga Shayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bridhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanatham. He is described as Shantakara, that most beautiful. His form gives so much of Shanti. Bhujanga Shayana, the one who lays down with his hands. He's in the Yoga Nidra. Bhujanga Shayana. Padmanabha, the one from whose navel the lotus blossoms, from which the entire creation happens. And Vishwadhara, the source of this whole creation, the whole universe. Gagana Sadrisham, Meghavarnam Shubhangam. He is told his whole, the complexion of Parandhama is Meghavarna. It's not black, it's Meghavarna. The color of that, that dark color, the night shade, that Meghavarna. Lakshmi Kanta, the one who is the beloved consort of Mahalakshmi. Kamala Nayana, the one who has lotus eyes. Yogi Hridhyana Gamya means the one who all the yogis meditate in the lotus of the heart. And then we say, Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. I bow down to that Vishnu who gives the vara and abhaya, who gives the boon and bestows the protection, who is the Lord of all the lokas. Such is Mahavishnu, Parandhama. To introduce Mahavishnu in Swamiji style, because when Swamiji tells you about every god, you will literally see you will pratyaksha have their darshan. Swamiji tells Mahavishnu is like, every way, all the opulence and wealth. That is Mahavishnu. And just look at him, right? He has the world's costliest jewel on his chest, Shyamantaka jewel on his chest. He has Miss Universe as his wife. Mahalakshmi is Miss Universe. So he has Shyamantaka jewel on his chest, Miss Universe as his wife. Everything best is Parandhama. That's how Swamiji beautifully introduces. Because Parandhama, that ultimate, he cannot be achieved through anything. See, your meditation, tapas, other gods may, you can convince that. But Parandhama, only through devotion he will come. Whenever you melt, that is why it's prema bhakti. Whenever it is that anyone who calls him out of that prema, that devotional bhakti, that prema bhakti, the devotional love, he will just rush towards them. And you will see so many leelas, like so many different ways, where there's a very beautiful story actually in Bhagavata, it is described, where once all the priests, all like the great Brahmins and the priests of the village, they all come together, they're all worshipping and doing the Narayana Puja. So they all have been like sincerely without breaking, they all do the Ekadashi Puja for Narayana, and it's Shravana Masa, it's very auspicious, and they're all doing the Narayana Puja. So they all of them, Brahmanas are all coming together, they're all doing the Narayana Puja. And then what happens? Bhagavan Vishnu, Narayana, in his form of Krishna, he leaves all these Brahmanas, all the priests, he goes to their wives, all their Gopas, Gopikas, who are making the butter, who do nothing other than they're just thinking about Krishna, they're all speaking about Krishna and his leelas, his mischief. One is saying, I'll go and surely complain to Yashoda about him. Another one is saying that, how Narayana came to my house, I remember this, how Krishna came and what all leelas he did. And Krishna goes, and these priests are waiting for Narayana's darshan. These priests know Krishna is Narayana. And they're all waiting for the darshan. And they're not getting the darshan of Narayana. Then they all get so dejected and they come back home. They see that Krishna is sitting. These gopikas are holding Krishna's ears, twisting his ears and saying, why, how you can come to my house, how you can steal my butter. I am going to surely drag you to Yashoda this time. These Brahmanas are shocked. They go and ask Krishna, oh Narayana, we worship you so much. What do we not offer you? We give you chappan bhog, like we give you 64 different varieties of items in your meal. We feed everything to you. We do grand yajnas. We offer so much to you, but whenever we call, you never come. What do these gopikas do? They only turn your ears, they tie you to the pole, they complain, they call you makhan chor, they call you as a butter thief. Why do you still keep going to them? Then Krishna laughs and says, see, you offer everything to me. That is true. But what do? When I don't come, you eat it. That's all. You don't wait for me. You're yearning. It's not devotion. You have me as an intellectual. You worship me because I'm your God. That's all. But these gopikas, if I don't come, if they don't turn my ears and if they don't tie me to the rope, they will not sleep. That whole butter they will not touch because they are so devoted to me. I don't come for the what offering you. I don't come for the grandness, the opulence and splendor that you offer. I come for the love that you offer. That is Narayana, Venkateshwara.
Actually, after when Bhagwan Krishna happened, he's Purnavatara. He manifested on this planet in the most grandest manner. Every dimension of him was in the ultimate grandeur. Like there is nobody that you could compare with him, how his grandeur is. Only you can experience it when you live with Swamiji. That same grandeur. Actually, when you are around Swamiji, you experience how whatever is written in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata, the compassion dimension, the Tyaga, you will only be able to experience it when you are living around an avatar. Otherwise, it's just incomprehensible. So what happens after Bhagavan Krishna leaves the body? He leaves the body in Dwapara Yuga. Then the Kali Yuga starts. Kali Yuga is the current Yuga cycle. See, we have the Yuga consists of millions and millions of years. We have a clear cycle, a time cycle. And in Kali Yuga, this Yuga is mainly known for all the way how people don't value any dharma and all kinds of actually most evil things happen during this Yuga. Right? And how the adharma takes over the planet like anything. So years pass by after Bhagavan Krishna leaves his body, and his body goes and it's in Jagannath Puri, and Bhuma Devi, Mother Earth, she goes into this mode. She's like, she's not able to bear the sins of all the people, the uh, Kali Yuga people, the kind of sins that they were doing and the adharma being at all time high. And she really yearns to have darshan of Bhagavan again. She wants his divine touch. She wants him to come back. So she takes on a deep penance and she approaches Lord Brahma. And then she goes to Bhagavan Shiva, and then all of them together go to Mahavishnu and say, Oh Parandama, see, you came, you graced us all, and within
ever glorious Leela as Bhagavan Krishna. But now the adharma has taken over so much. You did so much sacrifice, so much you did in the war. You took on the blame. But now, because of Kali, the sins are at all times time high. So she actually, Bhuma Devi, Mother Earth, literally weeps and she says, I'm no longer able to bear the sins, the cries, the helplessness of beings who are drowning in Kali. Oh Prabhu, please help us. Please save us. Please help me now. And Mahavishnu, from his Yoga Nidra, slowly opens his eyes with a sweet smile. He says, all right, don't worry, I'll come. The Lord, who has nothing to gain, yet gives everything, just happens to shower, took the form of Srinivasa and descended onto the earth. He walked into the forest. Actually, the story of why he happens is very beautiful, about how uh, Durvasa, Rishi Durvasa goes and he actually curses for Lakshmi to leave him, and that is how he actually comes. And when Bhrigu Maharishi gets, egoistic and he goes, that time it's a long story. Long story short, Mahavishnu, releases him from this ego and he tells, okay, he'll come to Bhuloka. That's why his Mahavishnu's avatar is Venkateshwara is given even in the Bhagavata Purana. It says, Krite tu Narasimho bhu tretayam Raghunandana Dwapare Vasudevascha Kalau Venkatanayaka. He says in the Kali Yuga, he comes as Venkateshwara. So Kalau Venkatanayaka, in the till the end of Kali, he will stand to give. Swamiji very beautifully describes about Venkateshwara. Swamiji says, see, when he comes, he's a god of wealth and opulence. But the story very beautifully tells when Bhrigu Maharishi, when he goes to Venkateshwara, so basically Bhrigu, when he's doing the yajna, then he wants to go and invite the best should come and offer the Purnahuti. Then only the yajna gets complete. So Narada goes and instigates him. Of course, it's all part of the divine Leela. Narada goes and says, you want the best person to come and offer? Whom are you going to invite? Who is best amongst the three devas? Who is best amongst Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva? How will you know? Then Bhrigu will say, I will go and test and decide. So he'll be ego. He'll be so blinded by ego, he'll think he's offered such a great sacrifice. So he has to go and check. So Bhrigu Maharishi goes up and first he goes to Brahma. Brahma is so absorbed in his chanting in Brahmaloka that the Vedas are being chanted. Saraswati is giving the jnana and she's through her, she's playing the veena and giving the jnana. And the whole ambience is it's so serene and powerful. So Brahma is absorbed in samadhi. He does not notice that Bhrigu has arrived. So Bhrigu gets so angry, so hurt. He storms out of Brahmaloka. He says Brahma does not deserve to be the best god. Next he goes to Shiva. Then Paramashiva is in his Ananda Tandava. He is in his bliss dance. During creation of Paramashivas, he's as, Sandhya Murti, he stands and he does the Tandava. So, Paramashiva is in his that bliss dance, and of course nobody can interfere. It's in Samadhi, and Paramashiva and Devi are in their bliss dance, and Bhrigu goes thinks, I am here. Everybody should stop everything and bow down to me. But naturally, Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti are in Samadhi. They don't notice. Then he gets very offended. He storms out. He says, he's getting he's so dejected and he storms out. And then he says, let me see, at least if Vishnu deserves to be told as the best. Then he goes. Vishnu is in Yoga Nidra. Like I said, he lies down with his one hand like this. He's in his Yoga Nidra. And Lakshmi is pressing his feet. Bhrigu goes and Bhrigu Maharishi, he goes. And when he is going there, because Narayana is in his Yoga Nidra, he is not he's in Samadhi, right? So he does not see someone coming. Bhrigu gets so incomplete, so his ego gets triggered. Of course, all this whole thing is a leela just to remove him from his blind spot of ego. But his whole ego gets triggered. So he goes, he takes his leg and kicks on the chest of Mahavishnu. He says, how dare you not come when I am here? How will you not wake up? And he kicks on the chest of Mahavishnu. It is on the chest of Mahavishnu that she resides. It is in that prema bhakti. That's why Swamiji beautifully tell, you can achieve wealth only through that prema bhakti, abundance, not money. Abundance in life can only be achieved through bhakti, prema bhakti. That is why, signifying that when he is Bhrigu Maharishi, when he goes and kicks on the chest of Mahavishnu, that kick falls on Lakshmi. And then Mahavishnu wakes up. Lakshmi is there in his chest. And Mahavishnu wakes up from his samadhi. Then he says, Bhrigu Maharishi, I am so sorry. And he washes the feet, which will calm down Bhrigu a little bit. And then in that, as he is washing out, the ego that will be stuck in the feet of Rishi Bhrigu. He'll have a eye on the feet, which will be filled with the ego. So he will just, while washing the feet, he'll just pinch that eye, and which is in his feet. And that is when his ego disappears and he realizes what he has done. That is why, and after that, he falls at all of their feet and he forgives. But Lakshmi says, no, look, you have disrespected by kicking the chest of Mahavishnu. By kicking the chest, that is Srinivasa, that's where I reside. You kicked me. Then Mahavishnu might have washed your feet. Then he says, I cannot accept it. And then Lakshmi says, wherever Lakshmi is disrespected, Lakshmi cannot stay. Shri is taken for granted, she cannot stay. So then she goes. Then Bhrigu pleads to Mahalakshmi. He says, please, can you give me a prayaschitta for this? That is why Mahalakshmi says, I will be born in Kali Yuga. When I am born, I'll be considered as your daughter. That's why she is called as Bhargavi. Bhrigu's Rishi, Bhargavi. She gives a curse. Lakshmi gives a curse. Brahmanas will have everything, never Lakshmi. That's why it's always, if you see in all the Puranas everywhere, Brahmins are not wealthy. She'll say, because as a Brahmana, because of the being blinded by the ego that you're a greatest Brahmana, you came and kicked the chest of Vishnu. So she says, Lakshmi will never be, she'll declare, I will be Chanchala. Lakshmi is also called as Chanchala, who's like constantly, Chanchala means like who does not stay in one place. So she'll say, I will only be Chanchala to Brahmanas. And she will say that Brahmanas will never have Lakshmi. Then Bhrigu Maharshi pleads, he says, I realize my mistake, what have I done? Who am I to come and judge the Tridevatas? And who am I to come and kick on the chest of Mahavishnu? Then he says, oh Lakshmi, please can you give me the way, prayaschitta for this? Then Lakshmi says, it all has happened for a reason. And she says, finally, when I happen in the Kali Yuga, I'll be born to you. I'll be like, world will know me as your daughter. When I go back to when I go back to Mahavishnu, world will know me as your daughter. And then I'll be called as Bhargavi because I'm born to Bhrigu. Then Lakshmi leaves. Lakshmi says to Mahavishnu, look, you allowed him to, whatever said and then, you allowed him to kick you, which is where I reside. So I'm leaving and I'm going, and Lakshmi will get upset with Mahavishnu and she'll go. And that's how Mahavishnu descends. He descends in the search of Lakshmi in the Venkatachala hills. He comes. And then he does tapas for a long time, and then finally he gets Sri Devi, and it's a whole long story, and that's where he meets Padmavati also. Padmavati is Bhumi Devi. Bhumi Devi's manifestation is Padmavati. He meets Padmavati and he marries Padmavati, and he also meets Mahalakshmi, attains Lakshmi back. That is what is Srinivasa. See, this whole story, it's actually in the way the whole Leela unfolds. Every aspect of it shows his compassion. Understand, he comes here to show us what is the true meaning of wealth. Bhagavan Venkateshwara, the richest God, universe's richest God is Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Yet, world's richest God is in debt. He takes a debt. He actually takes a debt from the cosmic banker, from Kubera, and he
when he decides to marry Devi Padmavati, he goes to Kubera and he borrows a vast treasure. He says, I'll pay it back to you with interest. And every devotee, whoever comes and offers whatever in Tirumala, Tirupati, whoever offers anything to me, directly it will come and let that repayment be made. Whatever devotion and love that they offer, continuously whatever they offer, it will be paid as an interest to you. Actually, even now, millions go every day to Tirumala, Tirupati and offer. They actually deck up themselves from head to toe, deck up themselves with gold ornaments and go and offer all of that and gives it to Bhagavan Venkateshwara as an offering. And through that, not just they burn their karmas. See, this one part will sound very paradoxical. By giving, we all will think someone gets poor, right? But that's not the case. Every time you offer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, your mere offering, it will shower back on you in millions. Do you know why that loan is there actually till Kali Yuga ends? He says that he'll be still repaying that loan back to Kubera. That shows how he demonstrates how to keep the currency current. Because by keeping that balance, he constantly has Lakshmi flowing in. That is why Swamiji says Venkateshwara represents reserving to reserve the society, the essence of wealth in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Your ability to contribute to the society so that the society can contribute back to you so that you can continue contributing to the society is wealth. Srinivasa represents exactly that principle. That is why why the one who is the husband of Sri Lakshmi herself, why does he need to borrow from Kubera? Because here Parandhama demonstrates a very important principle. He showcases that hoarding of wealth, you can own the wealth but do not possess the wealth. That is why he takes Kubera's wealth and he spends it. And he'll say that this debt, he'll be the debt of the wealth. Like people will be repaying that debt till the end of Kali Yuga because the whole thing marks the principle of reserving to reserve. And all of you should know Bhagavan Venkateshwara's grace is very special for all of us because Swamiji has the muscle memory of Venkateshwara. Swamiji's bio memory is Meenakshi, muscle memory is Venkateshwara. It is Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Actually, a very interesting fact for all of you. Do you all know when before Swamiji was born, Swamiji's mother, Swami Amma, she went to the Tirupati temple, and when she went to the temple, she had the she did not know she was carrying that time. So it is only when she went to the temple and she was doing the anga pradakshina means like you like lie down flat and you do the pradakshina, you do the circumambulation of the hill. So Swamiji's mother was doing the circumambulation of the hill. At that time, suddenly she threw up and she felt very giddy. Then the doctors checked and told that she's pregnant with Swamiji. And that time she took the prasada. Swamiji beautifully, fondly tells the very first sweet that Swamiji ate, the very first food that Swamiji ate is Venkateshwara's prasada. That's why Swamiji has the muscle memory of Venkateshwara. See, his leelas. Today we all are going to be connecting with Bhagavan Venkateshwara. You are going to see, literally see, we all have been having Swamiji's darshan, especially in Parameshwar Sena program. The participants are sitting with us. Today's is going to be so unique. So unique. You are going to have Sakshat Venkateshwara, Parandhama's darshan. You will see even the physical features of Swamiji will look so different. The manifestation I have heard whenever Venkateshwara Bhavasamadhi darshan happens, God, the devotees around the world, they'll come tune in, whether it is through YouTube or Facebook or physically sitting in the programs. I have seen every time so many people have a wealth manifestation breakthrough for sure. Whoever comes in his presence will have the breakthrough. There is this beautiful story where Hathiram Babaji, he's actually from Ayodhya, and he was blessed, so devoted to Parandama. Parandama says, come. And he had this habit of playing dice, where Parandama says, I will come and play dice with you. Parandama is that ultimate form, Mahavishnu, whose physical manifestation is Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Understand? Like how you have some part of it. This is physical body, but you also have a formless existence. For example, if someone just calls you stupid, you get hurt. Why? They're not hurting you physically, but there is something little more than physical component in you that is your formless component. Like that, for us itself, there's a formless component. Imagine and see. For the God, divine, Parandama, he is in formless state, form, and beyond form and formlessness, he also has his being who manifests intensely. Bhagavan Parandama's being is Bhagavan Vishnu, and Vishnu manifests in the physical form as Venkateshwara. Today, we are all going to be seeing that physical manifestation. We are going to have his darshan today. Such an auspicious form, extreme handsomeness, extreme grace is Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Even now, his physical body stands tall in Tirumala, Tirupati. So, Parandama tells to Hathiram Babaji, he says, come to Tirumala, Tirupati. Tirumala is in southern part of India. Ayodhya is towards the north. So, Hathiram Babaji also comes and he plays the dice. With every night, Parandama, in his physical form as Venkateshwara, would come with all that alankar exactly as he's in the temple. He will come and sit and play dice along with Hathiram Babaji. Once what happens? While playing the dice, it gets a little late. So now Parandama has to rush back because he has to go and stand there by the time Palli Ichi happens in the temple. He has to be there. So what he does while going, accidentally, he leaves a very precious ornament in Hathiram Babaji's place and he goes off. And the original deity, so he goes and stands in the temple. So next, the morning, the sun rises and it's early in the morning. So priest is going to the temple to perform the puja. They are in a shock. Very precious jewelry which adorned Bhagwan's deity just the previous day is missing. Becomes a news all over the kingdom. Everybody are panicking. Who stole Bhagwan's jewels? Hathiram Babaji, who's oblivious of all of this. He's just connected in his he's just enjoying his ecstasy. He got to play with Parandama himself. Bhagavan Venkateshwara Srinivasa himself came and played. And he's just sitting in that samadhi, he's sitting in his hut. And the soldiers are searching for this jewel everywhere. Suddenly they find something shining. They come and see in the hut. They see this beautiful necklace of Bhagavan Parandama shining here. Then they are shaken. How dare a simple sadhu who's sitting in a small hut, he's able to steal the deity's jewels? They don't even ask him. They just capture him, go and hand him over to the king. The king is furious. The king says, how dare you steal? Hathiram Babaji says, no, no, no. Oh Prabhu, I really didn't steal. I have no interest in these materialistic things. I was playing dice with Bhagwan himself yesterday night. So Bhagwan would have forgotten and left it there. Who believes him? Everybody first laughs at him and then the king gets really angry. The king says, so now you are here trying to lie to me. You first of all steal Bhagwan's jewels and now you're daring to lie to me.
he gets really angry and he says, I'm going to arrest you now. And he doesn't believe what Hathiram Babaji tells. He says, okay, I challenge you, you say you have Parandama with you, no? He takes him to a huge acres of sugarcane and he brings that sugarcane and says, finish this or you're going to be executed tomorrow. In his deep devotion, Hathiram just chants and connects to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Bhagavan Venkateshwara appears as a huge, mighty elephant and swallowed all the sugarcane and saved Hathiram Babaji's life. That moves the whole kingdom. They all fall at his feet and he is worshipped. Even now, you'll find his deity there. And he eventually attains Sajiva Samadhi at Bhagavan Venkateshwara's feet. Understand, this whole Leela he does, not for anything else, but to tell the glory of the devotee to the entire world. That is the compassion for every one of us. Each time anything happens, even in your life, if you just hold on to your devotion, when he manifests, his compassion is too much. He manifests the best of the bestest for you. And that is why one of the best ways to connect to Venkateshwara is when you offer, there's a very beautiful offering to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. It is called the Niluvu Dopidi. See, understand, Bhagavan Venkateshwara, when you go to Venkateshwara, right, it's only, you can only win him through the Prema Bhakti. And today, when we're all having the darshan, anybody wants to offer, all the viewers, any of the participants, any one of you want to offer, there's a very beautiful seva that you can offer called the Niluvu Dopidi. It's a very unique ritual. In Tirupati, Tirumala, what they do is, they go to Venkateshwara and they say, when they go to Venkateshwara, they take up they have some prayer. And then when they come back to offer the gratitude, they'll come back and it is said, Niluvu Dopidi means to snatch away. Literally, Dopidi means to snatch. So, Niluvu Dopidi means Venkateshwara snatching away your karmas. So, there the devotees will come decked fully with jewelry and they will offer whatever jewelry they have to Venkateshwara. They'll actually tie it in a white cloth and they'll offer it to Bhagavan Venkateshwara and they'll literally let him snatch away. That is very beautifully signifies how Venkateshwara snatches away your karma. See, what is the significance of you offering your jewelry to Lord of Wealth? But this whole tradition of Niluvu Dopadi is a very beautiful offering where literally the Bhagavan Venkateshwara snatches away your karmas and he gives you that ultimate fulfillment. So today, any participant wants to offer the Niluvu Dopadi. Anyone who wants to offer the Niluvu Dopadi, you are welcome to offer. You can make that offering to connect to Parandhama, to connect to Mahavishnu, and you will experience all the blessings and grace of Bhagavan Mahavishnu when you make the Niluvu Dopadi offering. Actually, how many of you today wrote the completion? You wrote down and you felt there are so many wealth restrictive patterns in you. Raise your hands. All the Parameshiva Sena participants who all recognized your wealth restrictive patterns. Raise your hands. Yes, great. Thank you all. You can drop your hands now. I want to request if any of you are willing to share just the cognition. You don't need to tell the incidents or anything. That we are going to do a detailed process. But I just want to hear from each of you. What are the cognitions or powerlessness that you feel you're with? Just come in the mic and you can just tell me just few words. You can quickly come and share. Actually, to all the viewers, we have Paramashiva Sena happening right now as we are talking. We had the Paramashiva Sena program happening and participants have been coming every month. We have been having people from different parts of the world coming together and attending. Just you can tell me in few words, you can tell your name and where you are from and just tell me the powerlessness that you feel you're stuck with related to wealth. Go ahead, Ma.
Okay.
So-
Nithyananda,
Nanda,
can you hear me?
I would like to read Jaggery. The
有
Jaggery,
人在讲了。
I receive the Jaggery when I am born. And
Sorry, Ma, could you please, I apologize for it. Could you please repeat, Ma?
yes. The Jaggery, it is alone. It is alone receive when I'm born. And receive when I'm born. And I would like for it. And I would like for it. I would like for it at Venkateshwara. Is it possible? I would like for it at Venkateshwara. Is it possible?
Yes, you can definitely offer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Anything you want, you can offer. Actually, today, I'm so glad you asked me this question because today's day is the most auspicious to offer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. He just is available. He's physically manifesting. Are you understanding? He's here happening physically. So you can offer and you're going to see. Actually, Mom, what you can do is Niluvu Topidi means he literally it means he steals away everything, all the karmas from you, and then showers you with abundance. That is why even people who are struggling with their loans and they're like, they're really struggling in their life financially. It'll look very funny sometimes that, hey, you're struggling. But they'll go and offer everything to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Understand there's a deep significance. Because anything you offer, through that, you're offering your karmas at his feet. You're saying, oh Prabhu, I know you are there for me. I am just offering every wealth restrictive pattern and all kinds of karmas that I'm stuck with in the form of these jewelries at your feet. Please liberate me from this. He will appear, he will liberate you from that.
I know
That is why he manifests intensely. So you can offer. Today you're in Los Angeles in Kailasa, USA. There you can offer your karmas in the form of Niluvu Topidi offering and directly offer. You have such a beautiful Bhagavan Venkateshwara deity. How many of you know the Venkateshwara? Okay, you all should know the Venkateshwara. Did you all see Venkateshwara in LA temple? All participants? Did you all observe him? Do you all know when Venkateshwara, where currently Venkateshwara is standing, is not the place he's supposed to be there in? When actually Venkateshwara was placed there, they were, maybe Dhiraya can explain it. Dhiraya was there. Dhiraya has been a witness to so many miracles. See, whatever I tell is also even what I have heard and what I've listened to. For Dhiraya, he is one of the blessed few beings who were there in the historic happening of the temple. He was in fact driving the forklift and the crane, whatever he used to handle that. So it was a very beautiful thing of how when Venkateshwara is being kept there, there was an earthquake that happened. Aya, do you want to tell, Dhiraya?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So what happened is that Venkateshwara had a specific place to go in the ground in the base of the temple, right? And so we brought him there, but we could only lift him to about a 45-degree angle like this. And so Swamiji was there and said, yes, go ahead. So we lifted him to a 45-degree angle. And then what happened is that all of a sudden he slid past the hole and he had a point on the base of him that was supposed to go in this hole. So now we have Venkateshwara sitting beyond the hole he's supposed to go into. So mathematically, physics, it's not going to work. So we said to Swamiji, we have to lower Venkateshwara down, bring him back, rearrange everything, put him back in place again. And Swamiji said, no, he will go. And the crew working on it, it defied physics, right? And so, but now we're used to working with Swamiji, so he just said, continue. So we started lifting the deity, and all of a sudden the deity moved back against all the forces of physics 18 inches and fell back in the hole. And Swamiji said, there he is, and walked away.
Wow, wow. And actually, just to add a little bit more into this, Dheeraj has been a witness to so many, 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 many miracles. Anytime you all get a chance, go and ask him. He will tell you because he is a witness. He was one of the few blessed people who were there when how this whole Kailasa Los Angeles was built. So coming back to this, right? When Venkateshwara actually landed, there was a small earthquake exactly where Venkateshwara landed. So that time Swamiji said that whole adjustment, like Ayya told, right, 18 inches he had moved away and he came back. Swamiji said that whole adjustment is because right where Venkateshwara is standing, there's a fault line that is running. There's a fault line right under Venkateshwara, and that earthquake was because Swamiji said, as long as Venkateshwara deity is there standing on the fault line, the whole of California, that region where the temple is
region,
protected.
this temple region, because actually here it's very prone to earthquake. Where you guys are sitting, it used to be very prone to earthquake. Swamiji said, as long as Venkateshwara is here, no earthquakes will happen. It's been so many years now. No earthquake has affected the temple till date. No earthquake has happened till now. Many other parts of California has experienced earthquake, not this area. Bhagwan Venkateshwara is there, breathing, physically there, available for each one of us. He is there. And today, he himself is coming, manifesting powerfully, intensely. He is going to be manifesting for all of us, giving us the darshan. Whatever you want to offer it today. Today's day, anything you offer. Anything you can offer, your jewels, you can offer. See, when will you offer? Only what you have, you can give, correct? All the time we are here, literally you are almost like with a begging bowl. You all the time want. You say, okay, please give this to me, give that to me. You only keep asking. You only keep asking for more and more and more. You don't, when you are asking, you are only in the space of poverty, right? You want. So at that time, what are you cognizing about you? Today we learned your belief is what becomes reality. You cognize you are poor. You're constantly cherishing you more as poor. But that's not how Venkateshwara showers you. With Venkateshwara, when you go to the richest God in the entire universe, you go to him and you offer. You say, when you're going to that mode of offering, actually, even the people who struggle financially, have so much struggle, they go and offer like all the jewels they have. Sometimes they even offer the Mangalya, the Mangal Sutra. Mangal Sutra is literally the after marriage, what a woman was. It's too sacred for a woman, especially Hindu women. And they offer even that. They surrender everything. You will see they'll be decked up from head to toe when they go. And once they offer, literally they'll have nothing, no jewels on them. You may think when they come back, they'll actually regret or feel poor. No, they get showered because you experience that richness that gets multiplied, that gets amplified. Because what you're saying, you go to the world's richest God and you are offering, and he is coming and taking. What a Leela! Are, what can he take? What can he take? What is there that we can give to him? Nothing. But he comes and he accepts your offering. Understand? He accepts your offering because the only thing he takes away from that is he removes all the karmas that you have. He removes all the karmas that you have. Suddenly, you have the breakthrough, real breakthrough that you need. Suddenly, you will see you have the real wealth manifesting through you. The real wealth happens. So today, offer the Niluvu Topadi. Whoever in LA, all those who want to offer, please can you let us know. You can actually do that today. Literally offer whatever you want. Offer the best. Be in that space of feeling rich, wealthy, everything you have. Offer. Suddenly you will see that feeling suffocation, poverty, that struggle, etc., 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 you're struggling with, just disappears. Today, the pains that many of you have written related to your wealth manifestation, the incompletions that you have, actually are going to experience during the darshan. All that just melts away. Just melts away. Today, offer, surrender all the deep powerlessness, struggle that you are having in your heart, all the memories of that pain, guilt, and insults that you have faced because of this whole issue you are having in your heart, because of money or wealth related. Surrender, absolutely surrender everything at his feet. Offer it in the form of anything materialistic, offer it. It can be even the jewels that you own, offer it. You want to offer it as money, offer it. But offer it to him.
And it is not what you offer, it is that attitude from which you offer the space. It is that bhakti that he accepts. When you make the offering to Bhagavan Venkateshwara today, all the viewers, every one of you that are doing, offer the Niluvu Topadi, where you tell Venkateshwara to snatch away your karmas. He literally snatches away your karmas and he takes it away and he blesses you. That is what is Niluvu Topadi. So when you offer the Niluvu Topadi, literally connect to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, Parandhama, and you can offer all that you have. Whatever you have, even something small, offer it to him as your Niluvu Topadi from your side. And you will see how he will shower that back multifold, because that is the grace of Bhagavan Venkateshwara.
You can actually offer, just spread a cloth and white cloth in front of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. All the viewers also, you can do it in your home. Now, right before darshan, wear all the jewels that you want to wear. Every jewels that you want to offer, wear that on you. Okay. Deck up yourself with anything. It can even be whatever means is wealth for you. It can be maybe a ring or like maybe your jewels or whatever. Wear that. And then stand today during the darshan. Just surrender to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Tell Venkateshwara, I'm just surrendering myself to you. You do, this is the Niluvu Topadi offering from my side. You steal away my karmas. Take it away. Right after the darshan, just remove it all and put it on that white cloth, and like a small white towel would be okay, or any white cloth, cotton cloth, and then tie it. Make it into a bundle and keep it next to Swamiji's Atmamurti. And we will let you know the place where you can, if you're in LA temple, you can directly offer it to the deity today itself. And if not, you can ship it to the LA temple. You will be offering it directly to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And through that offering, thousands and thousands of janmas of your karmas just gets burnt away.
नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा नित्य केशवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा हरे नित्या नित्यानन्ता हरे नित्या हरे 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 नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा नित्यनारायण गोविन्द केशवा 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 नित्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा
Venkateshwara, Bhagavan Venkateshwara, known as Pratyaksha Daivam. He is known as that manifestation of Parandham, literally easily accessible. Pratyaksha Daivam means he's like, Swamiji will tell cosmic 911. You can literally, if you call, he will just come to you. Bhagavan Krishna, Venkateshwara, all the manifestation of Parandhama. And today it is more so special as it is the day where we celebrate the extension, the very manifestation of Venkateshwara as Shri, as Lakshmi, Srinivasa. The source of Shri is Srinivasa, in whom Shri resides is Srinivasa. And today, all of us are going to be having the darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Let us all get ready. I request everybody to settle down. Please sit straight. In just a few moments, we are all going to be receiving the darshan. Anybody who wants to make Nivudopidi offering, I request all of you to take a moment. Going to be sharing a form with all of you. Anybody who wants to make the Niluvutopadi offering, you can fill up this form that we will be projecting for you all. And you can add in all the details in the form. All the details about the Niluvutopadi, you can add in the form and you can fill it. But through that, through the offering of the Niluvutopadi, literally all your karmas are being snatched away. All of your karmas are being taken away by Parandhama, by Venkateshwara Niluvutopadi. And like Swami Beautiful says, to experience, to receive Bhavan Venkateshwara, the best way for you to do it is Prema Bhakti. Yes, Ma Sakala, you can, I think quite a few of them are raising the hands for Niluvutopadi, right? Ma Sakala will give you all the details. Ma Sakala, you can just collect and yes. Thank you, Ma. Actually, yes, you all can fill up in this form. It's
tiny.cc/niluvu-thopidi.
We're going to be projecting the link for you all, so it's easier. And all the every one of you, when you connect to Venkateshwara, that's why this is very, very special, because connecting to Venkateshwara as the Pratyaksha Daiva, as manifestation, he bestows upon you all the wealth and riches, especially PSS participants. Understand? Today, all of you worked on the deepest layers of wealth. You've all touched many of your insecurities, the patterns, working on completing with them. Now, when you sit in that darshan, offer all your insecurities to Venkateshwara. Any problem that you have with wealth, any breakthroughs that you want, like you're manifesting, you really need to manifest something, don't want certain things to happen, you want certain types of a breakthrough, all of these offer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara.
And really, he listens to you. Understand? He really, really listens to you. And you're going to see that right today when you sit, it'll be such deep healing happening. You'll
And
suddenly experience, like without even you doing anything. See, all the how many of you experience pain, right? Like we go through that earliest memories, the insults, the cognitions, the pain that you experience, all that is going to simply disappear.
And when we tell Bhagavan Venkateshwara listens, he actually listens. I have to tell you all this incident. Like this is just so sweet. Where in like when the temple had opened, right? A few years ago, actually, few years ago, I think 6-7 years ago, we had one devotee who was very fond of our Venkateshwara in LA temple. Right, she's very deeply connected. She's energized and blessed at Venkateshwara, and she is very deeply connected to Venkateshwara. So she gave a silver crib, okay, for Bhagavan Venkateshwara. How many of you seen night we put the deities to sleep? The small bogamurtis, we put them to sleep. Have you all noticed in temple in front of big deities there are smaller deities? Yes, they are called the bogamurtis. They are the one who take all the offerings on behalf of the bigger deity. You can't put the big deity to sleep, so the small deity represents it and it goes to sleep.
Somebody
So,
says that is the most
pampered deity. So the bogamurti, for that deity, one of the devotees, she had come and offered a silver crib, okay, like a small cradle crib. And what happened? She was very particular. It is for Venkateshwara, and it was given very beautifully decorated and given. And so we used every day. We used to make the like deity sleep on that. There's a separate crib for Paramashiva and Devi Parashakti. Then there's one for Venkateshwara, Ganesha. Each deity have their individual ones. So then one day Swamiji called early in the morning. The LA temple administrators, they got a call from the from like the Swamiji secretary, and they were the Swamiji asked them, "Hey, why do you guys change? Why do you guys give Venkateshwara script to Paramashiva?" Then people like, "Oh, Swamiji, Venkateshwara is only sleeping in Venkateshwara script. We did not exchange." No. Swamiji said, "No, clearly I got a complaint from Venkateshwara. Go check." Then the devotees were like very confused. So they all came back to the temple and they were like trying to find out what happened. Then the person who did the seva the previous night, right? That person, they had reached out to them and they came back to the temple. And that person said, "Oh, yes, just yesterday night, by mistake, I had put Shiva and Devi in Venkateshwara's crib, and Venkateshwara I put in Shiva's crib." And then Swamiji said, straight Venkateshwara went and complained to Swamiji, "My crib is given to Shiva and Devi. Please, can you go attend to it?" And then
Understand,
Swamiji,
he really comes and he says, "Hey, he's really there. He is really there. Go talk to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. He'll respond to you." Today, when you see the darshan, when the curtains open, you will literally will experience him. He's going to physically manifest. All those who want to offer Niluvu Thopidi, we request everyone to please fill up the form. Those in LA temple, I request you all to whoever wants to offer whatever, you can offer it now during the darshan. So that right after darshan, you can go and offer it physically to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. There is a form. You can all fill it up right now. Actually, I request Ma Sakala if you can project it. Please, can you project the form, Ma? It's tiny.cc/niluvu-topidi. I'm going to be sending the form link to you. A request if it can be projected to everyone. So all of you, whoever wants to offer, please fill this up. Only if you fill this up, your offering will be considered. It'll be taken into note. Please do not offer without filling this up. It's very important that you fill it up.
And now, let us all get ready for the darshan. Please sit straight. Close your eyes. Keep your Atmalingas with you. Get ready to receive Parandhama, Parama Purusha, Purushottama, who has manifested in his Nijavatara, the Pratyaksha Devam, who has manifested in his Nijavatara as our beloved Swamiji. Please close your eyes.
Please sit straight. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Please sit straight. This meditation is very, very important. We request everyone to please do this meditation now with us.
Enter into the deep meditative space. Please close your eyes. Venkateshwara answers all your prayers through the prema bhakti. You just need to connect to him through the devotional love. The prema bhakti. You can become a flute in the lips of the divine. Empty all the insecurities, incompletion, stress. Visualize as letting go of all of it. Experience the deep devotion. Your whole inner space. Allow your whole body to stay still. Do not move. Let your whole breathing be calm. Feel your inner space so serene, calm, like a wide blue sky. Now slowly visualize far above, atop the sacred Tirumala Tirupati hill, a divine temple, glowing golden, surrounded by clouds, as if the heavens themselves have bowed down to earth. In that sanctorum, there he stands, Bhagavan Venkateshwara, the refuge of this entire universe, the only one who listens to even when the worlds turn away. He's standing there, standing tall, radiating the sweet, blissful smile. See, every burden that you're carrying is just melting away as soon as you have His darshan.